So let's move on and create this circular handrail using piping tool, and then this rectangular element in the middle using sweep tool, and the inner side, the inner element with piping as well. So the difference between sweep and piping is that piping eliminate the curve itself, like it takes the curve and convert its texture into a pipe shape, which so the property of the pipe created still have the same properties as any as any curve, while the sweep create a surface or a poly surface around the curve, so the curve remains as it is at the end. So let's start and see how that is. Here, from my front view, I would like to extend this 200 millimeter and 200 from this side as well. And select all of them, join. So now go to render tools. See here, apply curve piping. And it will ask you to select objects to apply curve piping to. This is it. And press enter when done. And then it will ask you the cross section, the radius of the cross section. And I want it to be 25 millimeter. And double enter. So if we go to perspective, we can see that this is the pipe. So try and delete this element. Delete the pipe. The curve will be gone because it converted the curve itself into a pipe, which is different from the sweep tool as we have seen before. So now, let's go and create the cross section that's going to follow this part. And I would like the cross section to be exactly like from the middle of this. So I will go 2 or 15 millimeter. And then 15 millimeter. 15. So I want to move this so the middle part of this is actually on this point, and move from the midpoint, which is selected from object snap. And here we go. So this is my first cross section. Now I wanna pipe this element. Go to either UPipe or go to render tools or type piping. Apply. This is the curve. I'd like it to be just have 5 millimeter radius, and double enter. So now this is my curve. My curve now is a pipe, and using this cross section, now we will use the sweep tool. Sweep 1 and select rail, which is my pipe. So usually a rail would only be a curve, and it identified this rail, this pipe, because it's still a curve. And select cross section without pressing enter. This one, and enter twice. Okay, so yeah, here is my element. And because they're not aligned, so what I will do is I will move the piping, the pipe itself, the curve, which is the curve. So even when you select it, it identifies it as a curve. So I would like to move it in the blue axis direction. I will just move it to just 7.5. Oh, it should be minus 7.5 because it's in the other direction. So select the curve again, minus 7.5, Now it's in the center, enter. So it's the center of it, but we can see it because the cross section is bigger. So I'm gonna scale this. So it's shorter from here and shorter from there. Go from scale one direction in one direction, not that. You can go to ghosted view if you want that to be easier to see better. And I'll just do it by viewing. Let's go ghosted. And scale this part as well. Scale from the other direction. Select element. So identify the original length and the direction that you want to make it small, shorter. And I think this is good for me. So yeah, here we go. This is the element as we have it here. And you can notice that this is a hollow element. So you can type cap and it will create surface for me. So if you think this is small for you and don't want to draw it again, just select it and you see these dots, the green or red ones. Just select one of them and scale it manually. And it will scale it in that direction. So this is a bit bigger. It's nicer, I think. Yeah, this is how to create one rail. Then we can copy it to the other parts. Or you can practice creating it manually for each one of them. I will just copy it. Because this is my last element, I will just move it slightly. Yeah, so yes, this is my staircase. And we can now move it to my structure. So let's see how to move it. Just save your work, of course. Delete these curves if you want them. I'll just keep them for now, and you delete them. Then using your move tool, or before that, you can hide this part. Let's hide this part. Either let's go to side view and hide. Select all these and hide objects. So this is easier for me to see. And it's not in the correct rotation, so I want to rotate it. Press the blue axis, which is in the XY plan, and press 90. Actually, this is the other direction, so it needs to be minus 90. Yeah, this is the correct orientation. And from the top of the finishing, go to move. It should be aligned with the slab from top. So this is the ground floor slab and it's aligned together. Yes, this is my, go ahead and view the other elements. Select the elements to view and enter. So yeah, here is my staircase.